I think Fred Flintstone made a stool out here. Look at there. What do you think? Oh. Perfect. Woodpecker at work. Definitely signs of spring. Definitely. My view for lunch. So there's my tag, ATC, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. T is not providing these this year because they're not recognizing Thru-Hikers. So, and it's pretty sad that they're not recognizing Thru-Hikers. But there are sources that are providing at a very minimal cost of the AT pack tags, and that's mine, and I'm rather proud of it. And I don't care if the ATC recognizes Thru-Hikers or not. I could care less about them. I'm not walking for them. So there you go. I won't say much more about it because it won't be nice. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Got a little bit of a cough. Can't stop my sinuses from running crazy out here. I had another good day. It's same story day after day. It's like we'll run into a hill and we're like, oh my gosh, that's the worst hill ever. And then at the end of the day, we look back and it's like, wow, we made another one. So here we are, we made another one. And we're in Sassafras Gap. And there's also a Sassafras Gap in Georgia, I believe, that we went up on. And so I'm going to cook dinner again tonight, and we're going to talk a little bit. If I can get my nose to stop running. And if I can't, then we're still going to talk a little bit. If y'all can tolerate it, I can. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to have to eat here. But I'm going to put the stove together. And then we'll be good to go. Don't think I'm going to do coffee tonight. Just don't really care about it tonight. It's been a lot warmer today, and it's supposed to be a lot warmer tonight. And so for the, I don't know, the next week, 7 or 8 days, forecast is pretty good. Well, no, for the next 3-4 days, forecast is pretty good. And that's about the time I'm going to start getting into the Smokies, and they're not going to be good, but no severe thunderstorm, just rain. And so that's cool. I'm good with it. When you go through the Smokies, you got to have a permit. You have to have a permit. And it's a $20 permit. And so you just there we go. So you get a $20 permit, and you go through the whole Smokies. They're different. I can stay in a shelter in anywhere else. So when I'm in the Smokies, I can stay in a tent or a shelter anywhere else. But when I go through the Smokies, they want you in a shelter, which they're actually giving us a little leeway on that because of COVID. But there's thru-hikers, which I'm a thru-hiker because I'm going all the way through, and then there's section hikers that'll come in, weekend hikers, 5-6 day hikers, and hike from one point to another, not really finishing trail. That's good on weekends and stuff like that. Some people take vacations in the summertime, and so those are section hikers. Section hikers have priority to the shelter. So if we go up to a shelter and I can be snug as a bug sleeping in that shelter like they want me to, and then somebody comes up that's a section hiker and they get priority. They can bump me out. I can have to get out, set up my tent in the middle of the night in the middle of the rain. It don't matter. And but that's all right. That's the way it's designed. And they control how many people come are hiking, and they do it better. They do it better than the other states and stuff. So it's all good. It's all good. I already know what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm going to have my favorite mashed potatoes and real bacon bits. They were made for each other. But since we're sitting here talking, I am going to have a cup of coffee first. And I don't know if I showed y'all my meals, but the other 3 meals that I have, I'll show them to you. So this is good to go, and it's chicken gumbo. Pretty cool. It's 1 serving, 330 calories. So you see a few. Most people, and this is what I do, I'll get a few of these, and then I'll get a few of the other meals, like instant mashed potatoes. One reason, because these can go anywhere from $6 to $10 a piece, and this is good to go also, and that is pad thai. I'm looking forward to that. It's actually 460 calories, so I've heard it's pretty good. So and then I got at 200 calories, I got Trailtopias, beef with mushrooms and vegetables. I think that's just going to be a bunch of noodles and junk like that. I've heard they're pretty good, but it's ramen noodles is what it is. Fancy ramen noodles. So anyway, it's not a good old hamburger, which I love, but they do pretty good. Pretty filling. You know, I have a couple other things that I really like. And one of those is the peanut butter. So I tried the powdered. I've eaten it at home. I just don't like it. But I got my peanut butter. Oh my. And then flour tortillas. And so I need a couple of these for lunch or breakfast. It doesn't matter. I love them. I can also, that's my snack this week. I'll put, you know, I'll dip them in the Chips Ahoy cookies, in the peanut butter, and they're really, really, really rocking and rolling. So my coffee this week is the tea bag coffee, and the wonderful Leah Cleghorn made for me. They're working good, and I just throw it in there, get my water hot over there, and these are the Costa Rican. Flavor notes are lemon, cocoa, and almond. Nice. So I usually don't do more than one of these a day. I didn't have one this morning. So thought I'd give it a try. It's really nice when you're out here and you just got something warm to go down. So and the other thing that I'm doing, I am not sick. That's just drainage, and I can't stop it. So this is noon hydration. I think I showed this to you the other day, but it's vitamins. It's got electrolytes in it, and I like it. It throws a little flavor in. And so what I do is I'll take 2 of these babies, put them in here. And they dissolve like Alka-Seltzers. Sometimes I'll just do one. I didn't do one today. So, isn't that the way you do it? You double up. Always. That's what I do with all my medication I take. Ha, just kidding. So, I'll let that sit there for 30-40 minutes. And it will be delicious and good to go. So, this really nice lady, but she was going on her first hike out there by herself, and and I was it was like just getting good and dark, and so I said I heard her. I didn't say anything. I heard her milling around, and what it was, she had a hammock, and she was trying to find a place. The only place she could find that was a good place to hang a hammock was a little closer than normal. Most people would spread out, but she was still like 10 feet away from me. It wasn't a big deal. But so I was sitting up in my tent, and she asked if she could set her hammock up there. I'm like, well, sure, by all means, go ahead. And we had this whole conversation, and I never even unzipped my tent. We just talked through the tent, and so she got her hammock set up, and then I heard her pots and pans started clanging, and she was trying to get going on cooking. Well, she didn't have any water, and so she was asking me where the water source was at, and I'm like, you don't want to go to the water source. It's a half mile uphill, and it's too late. And she's like, I said, right in front of my tent, there's a bladder that's got enough water in it. You're welcome to use it, filter it, and use it all if you want it. I'll be okay. And so she did, and she was, you know how you get when a little trail magic happens, and you're just thankful. Somebody did something really nice for you, and you're just thankful. Well, she was just thankful, and she couldn't she couldn't stop telling me she was thankful, and so, but it worked out perfect for her. She had enough. And I told her, I said, yeah, use it all, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter, really. Well, she didn't. She used just enough for her to get through the night. And all that was left is 1 cup for her. And she wouldn't use it because she was afraid that I was going to make coffee that next morning, and she didn't want to use my water. Well, I had enough, and so I was good. And so I got up that next morning, and she sticks her head out. And wanted to put a face to the trail magic she got, so she just started talking about how nice that was and everything, and the whole time my hydration bottle here with my noon tablets in there was sitting there just outside my tent, and when I opened the flap up you could see it, and I never said anything about it. I gave her the rest of the water and told her she could use it for her coffee, and she perked up and jumped up, and but she had made a really difficult hike in the last hour. It was dark, and I wouldn't have wanted to have made that hike, and she did it like on her first hike, and so, but she was a section hiker and she was headed south, so her husband's gonna meet her like every weekend, and she'll come off for a day or so. She'll come off the trail and hang out with him because he's kind of disabled, and so he can't hike. And so anyway, it was very nice person I met there. But she thought this bottle right here that morning was, you know what? She thought it was my pee bottle. I'm like, oh, no. I said, I don't do pee bottles, and that was a pet peeve of mine when I was in Afghanistan. Is no, we don't have pee bottles. Get your butt up and go do what you're supposed to do. And so I did not have a pee bottle, but sure did look like it. So, but little story from a very nice lady that was probably almost my age, and she's learning how to hike and brave enough to go out and do it all by herself. So my hat's off to her. I gotta have something to scratch my throat. So this is pretty high in the calories. So it looks like 11 servings and 25 calories per. So I deserve that once a week. And by the way, as of this past Sunday, where I'd been on the trail, I guess 2 weeks, I had lost about 10 pounds. So I know what y'all are thinking, but no, I am not looking buff. Probably at about 15, though, I will be. So, I'm trying to get better at my meals and stuff. This is definitely going to be one of my favorites with the Idahoan. Why, yes you are. And but they all taste the same. They all got different flavors, but they all taste just like the same. Like maybe they have they're all like the plain. We had a discussion about that today, and I completely agree. And so we should be getting there. We're about to be boiling. So this is, most of my meals are consumed by through a bag. So I've got this spoon here that looks like Dairy Queen, and so you can reach down in and get into the bags. Works great. This one I really do like. It's got a silicone bubble on it, but it's from GSI, and pretty good, not bad. Alright, we're fixing to throw down on the coffee here. What's that? That's how you clean your spoon. So, what else y'all want to talk about? Y'all let me know from time to time if y'all want to know something, and I will do my very best to include that, all in time. I like to keep everybody informed. Sometimes there's legitimate things to talk about, other than just exactly what I did today, or I may be leaving something out. Alright, we got it kicking up now. We got it. You want it. So, it's a pretty day today. Just blows my mind walking up these these hills. So I went from the NOC, the Nantahala Outdoor Center. It's a lot of things. They've got a little outdoor medicine school. They've got kayakers, professional Olympians that are training there in the water, which it's crazy. It's beautiful, and there was some work done on it, I think, for the 2090 the Atlanta Olympics, and so they take that pretty serious up here. They've got rafting, some cabins and stuff, and we stayed in a little hiker shack that was not offering a whole lot, but it didn't cost a whole lot either. Okay. Alright, Freddie. That old string got... That's actually the first time I've done that and dropped the string in. This thing looks like a rocket fixing to take off. It is. It's boiling. So that's 1 liter. So for me to do my meal and coffee, I'm looking at almost 1 liter. So when I roll into camp, that's one of the first things I have to get busy with. Is getting the water, getting the tent set up, and just making it all happen. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe below, and you can continue the journey with me.